and how we can use packages, what are the different advantages of using packages, how to inherit package. These things we have already seen in the last session. Okay, so today we are going to see next part of the interfaces, that is advanced part of the interfaces. So firstly, we are going to see the methods which are introduced in JDK 8 inside an interface. Those are concrete methods. Up till now, till JDK 7, we were able to only add abstract methods, but due to some reason that I will explain what is the reason. So due to particular reason, Java has introduced few concrete methods inside an interface. The first method we are going to see here is default method. Okay, so what is default method in interface? What is the purpose of writing this method? That we will see in this today's session with one example. Okay, so basically, as we know that we have seen the interfaces concept, right? We have done interfaces programs. So in the last interface program, here inside an interface example, we have written the abstract methods, right? We have written the abstract methods. The reason for this abstract method is nothing but we don't want to provide any implementation to this method. There is no need of providing any implementation to these methods. So that is the reason we were writing the abstract methods inside an interface. Okay. So who will provide the implementation? The implementation class for this particular interface provides the implementation to that method according to its need, right? So that was not necessary. Basically, the overriding concept we have seen. So the purpose of overriding a method is nothing but if there is no meaningful method definition in a super class or in an interface, we are we are overriding the methods inside child classes, right? That was the reason we were overriding the methods. So basically, whenever we are writing any abstract method and interface, we have to override that method itself, right? So the same concept will apply here also. That is nothing but there is no meaningful implementation we want to provide to this particular method in super or parent interface or in class. So that is why we override a method to provide the implementation to that method according to the use or purpose of that method inside a child method, child class or child interface, you can say. Okay, so similar to this, sometimes what happens, sometimes now, as you can see, we have written this interface, we have implemented that interface in this class demo IMPL. Suppose I thought that I want to write or add new functionality into this particular interface. Okay, I want to add new functionality into this interface. Suppose that functionality is void. I will use some method like print. Okay, whenever I am adding any method here inside an interface, immediately you are getting error for the implementation class to add newly added implementation, right? Newly added methods implementation here. That is add unimplemented method. We have 4 problems in the same category because we have implemented this interface in multiple classes, maybe. Okay. So whenever you are changing or adding a new functionality into a predefined an interface, then there is a problem. It always have to give implementation to all the in the basically in all the classes which is implementing this particular interface. Okay, so here to avoid this problem, JDK 8, that is Java 8 version, is introduced this default methods. Okay, so JDK 8 onwards, we can write concrete methods, that is default methods, and static methods inside an interface. These are concrete methods. So if a class implements any interface, and later if interface get modified by adding the method, then in this case, class has to implement the newly added method. For that, we need to change the existing code of a class. So it is not we are talking about a single class. Here we have implemented this interface in a single class, right? It is implementing demo interface. This class is the single one. But whenever you are developing any application, one interface may be implemented by multiple classes also. Suppose there are 50 classes which are implementing this interface. So it is not if you are adding any functionality into this, like this method I have added into an interface. Now you want to give implementation to all these 50 classes because 50 classes is implementing this demo interface. That means you need to provide implementation to all 50 classes. This print method into all 50 classes, right? So you don't have to suppose you thought that you will write some methods today, some methods tomorrow, but when you will add here, whenever you are adding any method inside an interface, it will immediately give the errors in all the classes, right? And until and unless you solve this problem, it will never get compiled because this is a compilation error. Because an interface you have added new method, that is new functionality, and this function demo interface is implemented by suppose 50 classes. Implemented by 50 classes. Then you have to give implementation to the void print method in all those 50 classes, which is not possible in one day or one go. Unless and until you will give this implementation to each and every class, it will always give you or show you an error, and there is a compilation error. Your project will not compile, application will not compile, will not run until and unless you are providing implementation to this method in all the implementation classes, right? So this is a problem. This is a problem. So whenever you are adding any new method, or functionality into an interface, we need to provide implementation in each and every class for this newly added method, and that we need to change the existing code class. To overcome this problem or to solve this problem, JDK 8 introduced default method in interface, which is a concrete method, right? Understood? So you can provide the default implementation using this particular method, default method, and if you want to give implementation in other implemented classes, you can give, or by default, it will use this default method implementation itself. Okay, how that we will see. So the example is, suppose we have this vehicle interface and we are writing one method that is abstract method. So if you want to add a new default method or new functionality you want to add into this vehicle interface, then you can write in this way the method name. This is a concrete method. That means you need to provide the method implementation as well. This keyword we always add to write a default implementation. That is a default keyword. It is not actually the access specifier. Okay, it is not related to access specifier. It is different. It is not access specifier. जो हम default accessibility बोलते हैं, visibility control बोलते हैं, that is not this. This is different. This is a complete different. Default is a keyword we have to externally specify, explicitly specify to make this method as default method inside an interface. Without this default keyword, you cannot write this method body. Okay, so whatever the default implementation you want to give to this particular method, you can give that here inside an interface. Okay, so this is the use of default method. So we will do one program and then we will go ahead with the next one. So here I have created module 11 yesterday, right? Inside that I have created a new package, interface methods. In this, we will create one class. Name of the class I am giving as default method example, including the main method in this class also. Okay. So in this example, first we will write one interface with the default functionality. Suppose the interface is, I will use same, that is vehicle. Okay. Interface name is vehicle. This interface has first abstract method. Suppose method is void start vehicle. Okay, this is an abstract method. I am creating one implementation class. Suppose the class name is class vehicle IMPL, which implements vehicle interface. Inside this, I am providing the implementation to start vehicle. System.out.println, starting a vehicle in vehicle IMPL class. Okay. Now I have completed my code. Now I thought that I want to add a new functionality inside this vehicle interface, that is stop vehicle. But if I change it here, I have to give implementation to that method in this vehicle IMPL also. Suppose I thought that I don't want to give implementation everywhere. I should give the default implementation to the stop vehicle. So I am writing void stop vehicle method with the body, and when you want to give this implementation to this method, you have to make sure that this method should be declared as default. Okay, so because concurrent methods, only default method and static methods, private methods are allowed, which are concrete inside the interface, not abstract method. You cannot write a normal method. Okay, so I have given the default keyword here to make this stop vehicle method as default. Now I'm giving some default implementation to this stopping a vehicle. Okay. Similar to this, I am creating one interface may have multiple default methods. Okay, you can write n number of default methods inside an interface. So here I am writing another default method, default void speed up vehicle. Whenever you are using default method, you have to give implementation, default implementation. So I am simply adding here speeding up vehicle. And if you want to now give, now you can see I have added these two functionalities inside an interface vehicle, but we are not getting any error here, like previous example, right? So why it is not giving an error? Because we have given the default implementation of these methods inside interface itself. So that is why it is not giving an error, or it will compile executed successfully. It will get executed successfully. It will get compiled successfully because of this implementation, default implementation. Okay. Now, as per your need, you can override any of this method into the implementation class and provide overridden implementation to these methods, right? So here I am going to give implementation to speed up vehicle method, which is overridden from the interface vehicle. Okay, as per my need. So here I am going to use void speed up vehicle. System.out.println. Okay, speed up vehicle. This is an overridden method. To make sure that it is overridden, you can add the override annotation as well. Okay. Now here in this speed up vehicle method, I will give, or I will change the default implementation, this default implementation as per my need into this vehicle IMPL class. So here it is not compulsory to always give the implementation to the newly added methods. You can, instead of that, you can define a default implementation, and whenever required, you can override that method and provide its own implementation. So here I am using speeding up vehicle till speed 120 kilometer per hour. Or with maximum speed 120 kilometer per hour. Okay. So understood the use of default keyword and default methods here. These are normal methods. These are if any class is implementing that vehicle or any interface, this gets added by default here with this default implementation itself. Unless and until you are giving an overridden implementation. Okay. So now here we can create the object of vehicle IMPL. V is equals to new vehicle IMPL, and using this, you can call the methods. The method is start vehicle, v dot stop speed up vehicle, and v dot stop vehicle. Okay. So this stop vehicle implementation, we have already provided default implementation inside vehicle interface. That will occur here as it is, because we have not overridden that method inside the vehicle implementation class. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so if that class is not providing implementation to any of these default methods, then it will use the same implementation provided into the parent interface. Clear the use of default keyword, default methods, why we use default methods. Any doubt in this?
So by default, the methods will be having the implementation in the interfaces.
Yes.
Okay. So these implementations, again, if I want to override, I can use this at override, and I can give a new function, this one definition.
This is not compulsory annotation. Annotation is not compulsory.
Without that also, Java will understand that it is an override if you are using the same function name.
Yes, same signature of the function, same function, except the default keyword. Default keyword is always used only within the interface. You cannot use this default keyword outside an interface.
Yes, understood.
Okay. So suppose you thought that you want to create any other default method inside this class, we cannot do that. It is always default methods are allowed only in interfaces. Okay, with the default implementation, and it is not related to access specifier or visibility control. It is a complete different thing.
So in any normal classes, I cannot declare the default methods.
Mhm.
Okay,
No.
okay. Only interfaces will be having the default method, and the classes will extend the interfaces. There I have to write this override function signatures.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, clear? And it is normal object creation like we have done previously also. So it is normal object creation. Nothing changes. Okay. So here you can see that this default methods also has the public accessibility because all the methods of interface are public, right? We are not mentioning the accessibility here, but these methods are by default public. And this is by default abstract. Okay. This is not non-abstract method, that is a concrete method, default method. Similar to this, in JDK 8 onwards, JDK 8 itself, one more type of methods are allowed in interface, that is static methods. Previously, we didn't have any type of methods. We are only writing abstract methods without a body, right? But now we can add static methods also inside an interface. Suppose you want to provide implementation in your interface, some implementation in your interface, and you don't want this implementation to be overridden in the implementing class. Then you can declare that method as static. For example, interface. Now here, for example, I have already given the interface vehicle, same example with the static keyword we are using and clean vehicle. I don't want to make this method should be overridden and provide the implementation. For basic example, if you are doing any calculation and the calculation will never change, right? Calculation will never change. It is the method implementation will be same, though you are overriding. Then that time you can use the static method. You can declare the method as static inside an interface itself, and you can use directly that implementation. So we will do one more example of static method here. In the interface methods package itself, I'm creating a class. Name of the class, static method, example, including main method, finish. Suppose here, I'm writing one interface. Interface name is area. Okay, inside an interface area, I have one method, calculate area. And I thought that instead of using this, if I want to calculate the area of circle, area of circle formula is same, the execution will be same. So what is the purpose of overriding that method? No, there is no need of overriding that method, right? So what we will do, we will write a method which is a concrete method, calculate area of circle with one parameter, that is integer radius or double radius. Okay. Now I want to give implementation, and this should be, I don't want to give the overridden implementation again and again, because in any classes you are overriding this method, the formula for calculating area of circle will never change. It is constant, it is same. Instead of writing that code again and again, you can make this method as static, same as we have seen the static members, right? Why we write the static methods. Same thing here also. in interface, static members are allowed now, right? So you can create this method as static with the static keyword. Okay. Now this method becomes static. That means you are providing implementation to this only once. The memory will get allocated only once for this, and you don't need to override this method again and again in the implementation class. So we can provide direct implementation of this here. Suppose system.out.println area of circle is equals to, what is the formula? It is nothing but pi r square, right? So we have pi math.pi already defined, right? Into radius. So if you want to use, you can use math.power function also. So here for both, you need to pass radius variables. Sorry, radius always should be square. Radius value can be anything. And in this way, you can use math class also for calculating area of circle. This will never change. It is constant. So here in this interface, I have implement interface is area. There is one calculate area. So here I will use one class. Suppose the class name is shape, which is implementing this area interface. Here first, calculate area method implementation you need to provide. So in this calculate area, I will change the name. Calculate rectangle area or square area. And changing the signature also. Here I am passing one value, double parameter side. Okay, so here also I need to change double parameter side. This method returns double value. I am changing the signature because I need to show you the different signatures are also possible in interface. So it is not compulsory that if you should give only void methods, you can write only void methods without parameters. No, you can add parameters, you can give different types of return types also inside an interface. So here I will return the area of square is always side into side. Okay, so I'm returning the value side into side. Now, if you try to override this method here, calculate area of circle, it will double radius. It will not get added as an overridden method. Now, this is not actually the overridden method. If you try to add the override or notation, it will never get added because this is a static method. So you are not going to give this static is always bounded to this interface itself. So you cannot override the static members. You know that we have already seen this example, right? You cannot override the static members because these are bounded to class or the interface in which they are written. Okay, so that is why this is not an overridden method. So if you are providing this same signature and same statement, same method name here, it is considered as class's own method, that is instance method. Okay, but it is not considered as the override method from the interface. Okay, so when you don't want to give any implementation to a method and the method implementation will be same for each and every implementation class, that time you can declare that method as static inside an interface itself. Normal object creation, you can create shape, object, new shape, and you can access the parent members and child members also, right? So square area, here I am passing 63 as the value. It returns one value, that's why I am storing it into one variable area, and we will display that area here. System out of printed in area of square is equals to this area variable value I am displaying. Okay. And you can access the parent member also, like s dot. The method is calculate. Okay. Now that method is static, right? So, and we have created the child object directly. That's why this is not accessible directly. Now, this is a static member. You have to call it through using the interface name area dot calculate area of circle, and you can pass the value 52 or anything else, whatever you want. Okay. Now this method is not returning anything. This is with the void return type. Okay. So we'll get the output directly. Okay. So here this static members through the classes. If you are writing inside a class or inside an interface, you have to access it using that class name or interface name directly. Okay, I am executing this. So you can see we got both the output. Understood the use of static methods inside an interface, when to write the static methods, what is the purpose of writing it, and if you are writing any static methods, you cannot override it in implementation classes. You can directly access it using interface name. Clear? Any doubt? So these two methods are allowed in interface concurrent. These are concurrent methods. These are allowed from JDK 8. These new functionalities or new features are added into Java from JDK 8 version. If you have the previous versions of JDK, then this will not work on your system. You have to upgrade your JDK version to the latest one or above 10 or 11. If you have 10 or 11 version, then also it will work. If you have the versions below 8, then this will not work. It will give error because these functionalities are added in JDK 8 version. Okay. Now, next. I hope everyone cleared with the concept when to write a default method, when to write a static method, both the times. Now the third one is from JDK 9 version. Private methods are also allowed inside an interface. Private method. That means if you are giving any member as a private, you are writing any member as a private, that means it is accessible only within that class or within that interface. So if you are writing any private method inside an interface, then you have to create one default method to call this private method, to call this private member. So Java 9 onward, you can include private methods in interfaces. Interface allows us to declare private methods that can help to share common code between non-abstract methods, for example, database connection code, etc. Now, to avoid redundant code and more reusability, we can write the private methods. Example is like this. So here we have written this method private number of tickets, where we are using the private access specifier. By default, the methods are with public accessibility, but you can write a private also. Now this private, if you are writing any private member, that means this can be accessed only within this interface. So to call this method, you need to write one more method, that is default method, to call this private method. Okay. So we will do one example. In interface methods package, I am creating a class. Name of the class is private method example, including the main method. Now here I am creating one interface. I will show you, you can create a separate interface as well. We have seen that how to create. So here I am creating a separate interface. Suppose the name is demo interface. Okay. Inside the same package, I have created this separate public interface file with the .java extension. Now here in the demo interface, I'm writing one method that is void display method. This display method has the public accessibility and this is abstract method. Now I'm writing one private method. Private method one. It is not going to return anything. So void is the return type. This is a private method one. This is just to show you, okay, how it will get executed and all. System.out.println. Private method one. Now I will write one more private method. Suppose that private method is method 2. You can write n number of these methods. Now, to call these private methods, as these are not accessible outside of this interface, we need one default method also. So compulsorily you have to write one default method which can be accessed outside this interface. Okay, so the name of this method I am giving as default void calling private methods. And this is just going to call the methods, calling private methods from default method. Now here, calling method 1, calling method 2. You can write static methods also. So combined everything. You can write default methods, static methods, private methods, abstract methods, everything inside one interface also. Okay. So here, now I am creating. Up till now, we have used one class for giving the implementation to the interface methods, right? Now here we have only a single abstract method. We don't have, these are default method and private methods, whose implementation is already given inside interface itself. So we don't want to give the implementation to this. If you want to change the implementation of this method, then you can do it by overriding. But I don't want to give, I just want to give the implementation to one abstract method inside a demo interface, that is display method. So instead of creating a separate class which will implement this interface, I am going to use anonymous inner class. Anonymous inner class to provide implementation. Okay, we have already seen this part also. Still, I will show you here. So the name of the interface is demo interface. I am creating the reference. After new, we will use demo interface, constructor brackets. After constructor brackets, don't give semicolon, just give the brackets, and at the end give the semicolon. Now this demo interface needs to add The unimplemented method, that is a display method, which is abstract method. Abstract method display implementation. Provided through anonymous inner class. Okay, now using this I reference, you can call the display method directly I dot display. Now, as the demo interface is a parent type, you can call the default method as well, that is calling private methods. Though you are not providing overridden implementation here, you can call it it is a default method and it is a parent member. You can call it using this demo interface reference directly. So I'm executing. As those are private members, you cannot call those directly. So you can see we first got the display methods implementation, then the private methods from default method, and these are the implementation from the private method, which we have written here. Okay. You can write static method also if you want. Static void method, suppose 3 system.println static method called. So to call the static method, you need to use the name of an interface. You cannot use this to call a static method. You have to always use the name of an interface to call the static member or static method. Okay, that is method 3. I will once again execute this. You can see static method is also called. So basically you can write in one interface, you can write non-abstract methods or concrete methods. Those are default, static, and private, and abstract method also. Clear? Understood the use of this? Okay, clear? Any doubts, anyone? To execute the private methods, you need JDK 9 version or above. Okay. If you don't have JDK 9 or above version, this will not work. Now, in JDK, after JDK 8, this types of interfaces are introduced. These are normal interfaces itself. Those are already defined in previous versions also. But those are categorized based on 2 types of interfaces, that is functional interfaces, and second one is marker or tagged interface. Okay. So these types of interfaces we will see in detail tomorrow, in tomorrow's session. If you have any doubt in previous topic, like these interface methods or any previous topic before the interfaces, you can ask. Anyone has any doubt?
Static methods will be having the fixed content, right?
Fixed what?
Fixed content that need to be implemented. So that I cannot change it. If I'm writing a static method inside the interface, something which is having something like a formula or other things, we can add it within the static methods.
Yes.
Okay.
The implementation which is not going to change
Huh.
mostly.
Yes.
At that time, you can declare that method as static. In class also, if the implementation is not going to change and there is no need of using that as an instance method, you can declare that method as static method in class also. Okay. The same as interface, same thing we have seen in the static methods in classes. And private methods are basically very rarely we use the private methods because there is no need of using this private methods. Because to call this method, you again have to write one more method that is a default method to call this particular method. But yeah, if you want to keep it safe, if you don't want to give the access to other members or other implementation classes, then that time you can write that method, or when you want to hide implementations, everything. That means because we are using private member, that means we are providing security to this particular method. So when you want to hide it, that time you can define that method as private and you can use directly a default method to call that method. Okay? Like suppose you thought that you are creating any banking account related functionality, and whatever the account number and details of the accounts which you don't want to show it to the outside classes, you don't want to give any access, that time you can make that method as private and you can call that method whenever required, so that you are not showing the implementation directly to the other members or implementation classes. You are only giving the access to the default methods. Okay, understood? Okay then. So we will end our session for today here, and we will continue with the types of interfaces because it is little vast and it is not going to be covered within the remaining 5 minutes. That's why I said that we will continue with these topics in tomorrow's session. Okay. So after completion of these types of interfaces, I think your interfaces chapter or this module 11 will be completed. Let's see. But I think it has completed from after completion of these types of interfaces. Okay, then we will continue with the next modules. So make sure that you should study with the same flow so that you will not get, or you can say, you will not forget the previous topics and we are only learning the next topics. Okay. Okay then. Bye everyone. We will continue.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.